what we can do.
Alright, so I know I was talking a little bit, or at least I was dancing around some of these other missions here, where I was kind of, as you may have been able to tell, seeing if we could avoid turning them in right now, for reasons that you may be able to piece together. But I've done a little bit of background research, and I do believe that these missions that at this point we have done basically all of and are quite literally just looking to turn in, we should be in the clear to turn these in now. So let's do this before we get too carried away with other things, because we do have, or at least seem to start to have, some other things that may begin pulling us in other directions. So let's see, remind me where specifically we need to go to turn these in, though. Turn to Conrad Werner and inform him of the outcome of the talk with the weapon merchant, and tell Shiala that the Barrier Frontiers representative has been convinced. I believe, one of them was over here? Oh no, this is where the arrow was. Oh no, through here, yeah. One of them was through here, I think, and the other one was in the other direction. Alright, we will not speak to that Solarian just yet, but I do believe he is going to be relevant for one of our other recruitment missions that we've seen already. But we're going to wait on that. We have other plans for right now. Wait, hold on.
It wonders whether the criminal scum considers itself fortunate.
They were wrong.
This message, this loudspeaker.
Doesn't have time for your solid waste excretions.
A lover in every port and a gun in every tentacle.
Enkindle this.
Blasto the jellyfish stings available for extranet purchase this fall from Ilium Entertainment.
Blasto! It's a classic. It's a classic. Oh, I only realized partway through that that's what it was playing. But, we'll have to see on a future occasion if we can catch that whole thing, because we only caught it partway through.
I didn't mean... Okay, look, I'll take another look at the
Okay,
contract.
let's see. We're looking for Shiela. I think she's out here.
Classified.
This is her, is it not?
Do whatever you want. You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again.
Not only
I
is
don't
her
think I
skin
could
green,
have-
her eyes are also green.
Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
That's not all bad.
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
Shiela trying to hit on us right now? Passing her hand through our shoulder like that? Okay. Sure. Well, we did get a little bit of Paragon points out of that.
Won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's
And,
turned
remind
blood
me.
into her
I think we
religion or something.
bought everything of interest over here, okay.
I heard she lost her daughters when the Geth attacked the Citadel.
Right. I'm
So
sure
I
she
think
was a pleasure to
that means we're good over here unless there's other things we want to buy over on this side, which I imagine we, for the most part, have already checked to the
Clips might be
extent
fun for you. For me,
we
it's the
wanted
future.
to.
My clan's
Yeah,
brilliant
like the
at
assault rifle
defense.
damage and SMG damage were things we were saying we might want, but we currently cannot afford.
Maybe
Okay.
a shirt.
So definitely things, and then
Ilium.
collectibles here.
Hey, your blue
But,
ship's already.
Definitely things that on a future occasion when we
Asari
do have
skin
more
and
monies
sure
we'd like to make
gateway
afford
weapons
again.
armor are good enough for Eclipse.
Yeah, I've got a friend
So,
with Eclipse.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the terminal
let's go
systems
speak
are
to
great
Conrad.
business. I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous.
Because that should now mean that we are done with the medical scans. Contract has been successfully negotiated, and the colonists of Pharos will not be subjected to intrusive scans. So we are done with that.
The whole point. Danger means more contracts for us.
New Exoderm moisturizing cleanser. We'll never know.
The ads are actually, they can be hilarious. As we were saying, Blasto is an absolute classic. What was it?
Bad luck on
There
the
is a
stock
place where you
market,
can
debt piling up.
hear a whole bunch about him. I forget where exactly that is. Let's see. So I believe Conrad was back in this direction,
Let's do it.
if I'm not mistaken. This is where the bar was, right? Suppose we do have a map we could actually check, but you know, who needs it, right? This is our spot. Here is Conrad.
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
Oh, interesting. We have some options here. We could charm him. We could intimidate him. You blew her cover. Now we'll go the Paragon route, although interesting to note, not very often that the Paragon route has us lying. That is, oftentimes sort of the opposite of what being a Paragon is all about, being virtuous and what have you. But in this case, you know, I think in many ways it's sort of to protect Conrad and, you know, not have him get himself into too much trouble, because he has a tendency to do that kind of thing.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
Alright. Well, get some experience and some Paragon points out of that as well, so that's good stuff. I think we just saw, I mean, we can buy a mystery drink. No, I don't think we're gonna get any alcoholic beverages here. There are other bars we can get alcoholic beverages for free, so I mean, why would we pay here?
Oh, I think I'm just going to stop shooting for a while.
Okay, so, with that one checked off the list, that now means, we're looking at our journal. For assignments, we just have... Oh, really? I forgot about this. This was a datapad we picked up during Archangel's recruitment mission. The thing was, immediately after completing Archangel's recruitment mission, obviously, Garrus, I can now refer to him as Garrus, finally, but after finishing Garrus's recruitment mission, we immediately got thrown into Horizon, and so we didn't have the time to turn this back into Aria. So this is something that like I said, I totally forgot about it. I imagine when we are not broke, as we currently are, we will make a point of going back over to the Citadel, over to Omega, and seeing what other upgrades we might still be able to purchase, because as we're seeing here on Ilium, there are definitely things we'd like to get, but we just can't afford them at the moment. But, that's beside the point. We have that, we have Arrival, that is definitely going to be something we do much, much later. However, what we do have is the thing that we started to sort of move forward a bit here. Of course, we were chatting with Liara about pursuing the Shadowbroker not long ago. So Lair of the Shadowbroker, Cerberus has delivered information on purchases the Shadowbroker has made recently. It may provide the information Liara Tassoni needs to track down the Shadowbroker's location. So, we have, of course, Sector Normandy Mail. We spoke to Liara, like we were saying, and we have now the option to go to the docking area and take a cab to Liara's apartment. And so, the thing about Lair of the Shadowbroker is it is something that you can make a case for doing it at any of a number of times during your Mass Effect 2 playthrough. So obviously, it becomes available once you finish Horizon, because only once you finish Horizon can you get to Ilium. Obviously, immediately after finishing Horizon, we went to Ilium. We started getting the ball rolling for doing Lair of the Shadowbroker. So you could do it as soon as we are going to do it. And Lair of the Shadowbroker has a bunch of great rewards, and so for that reason, it could be worth doing it as soon as possible. On the other hand, for more narrative-based reasons, you could certainly make a strong argument that it's better to do it later on in the campaign, and in fact, if you want to, you can do it at the very end of the game. So, it's basically a matter of personal preference, and it matters what you're trying to prioritize. Do you prefer fitting this in narratively where it seems to fit most naturally, or you prefer just playing it, well, as soon as possible, getting the benefits as soon as possible, and that way, you know, have more upgrades or monies or what have you for the rest of your playthrough. So, at least in our case, I think we're going to do it on the earlier side, namely right now. So, that is the plan. So that means we are heading over to that docking area, and I believe that is the place where we were not long ago. And just talking a little bit more about Lair of the Shadowbroker, it is, of course, or at least was, of course, a DLC for Mass Effect 2 initially. Then with Legendary Edition, got thrown in and included in the Legendary Edition the game. So it is now built in that way. And once upon a time when it was a DLC, I think by many considered the best DLC in all of gaming, period. Which is impressive. That is to say, it's an amazing mission. So I'm very excited to try this out. Now, of course, nowadays other things have come out since then, like Witcher 3, Blood and Wine, Hearts of Stone might have something to say about that. But either way, I think it is nonetheless just an amazing mission that I'm really looking forward to. So, let's save here before we get all this stuff going.
Which is why we're going to be rich.
Oh? Gonna be rich?
I'm on a call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this the place? This is the place where we call a cab. One other thing worth noting. Lair of the Shadowbroker, as we can see here, is a mission. However, it is a very long, really, really long mission. Possibly, probably, the longest mission in the game. So, for that reason, just bear that in mind. If you are about to hop in on this thing, then prepare yourself accordingly. But let's do it. And I do believe, as soon as we head over to Liara's apartment, this is already our point of no return. So, I'm ready. Let's do it. Okay, and in terms of who we'd like to take here, now that's a good question. I think, as I was saying, very, very long mission, so you want to bear that in mind. Whoever you take with you, you're going to want to be comfortable going with them. So I think for this one, it may make the most sense to go with someone like Miranda, who has just such a well-rounded skill set between Overload and Warp, has us covered in almost any situation. Then one thing you could make the case is Miranda's weakness is she only has access to submachine guns and heavy pistols, so she's not the best when it comes to using particularly powerful weapons. Obviously, we have gotten upgrades for SMGs and heavy pistols, so that's still better than it was initially, but I'm thinking that Zaid might be a good complement to her, because it doesn't have much in the way of additional abilities to, you know, take care of armor or barriers, the way that Miranda's Warp and Overload could. But Squad Disruptor ammo is good against shields, and of course he can use assault rifles, and he can use sniper rifles, so in that case, I think he's a good complement to her. So, let's take him. And I think this is a good, well-rounded team in that way. And then, it has been a little while. It has been a little while since we used Miranda. And, both these abilities are just so strong. So, we only have enough points to upgrade one of them. It's a matter of, do we prefer Overload for anti-shields? Or do we prefer Warp for anti-barriers? I'm leaning barriers with Warp, because I think at least if we're... Well, yeah, I think so. Especially if we're going to bring Zaid as another person, and he's going to bring Squad Disruptor ammo, then everyone will get the extra damage to shields with their weapons, and so that's sort of our answer to shields, and we might be relying more on the powers for barrier damage, and Overload just isn't going to be as needed in that case. So let's put on Warp here. And with Zaid, let's see. He does have enough for Mercenary Veteran. I think that's definitely what we're going to want to do, because Squad Disruptor ammo was priority number 1. Concussive Shot, we needed to get to 2 in order to get that, but otherwise it's not really a power we're looking to invest much further in, and I'm not really a very big fan of Inferno Grenade, so I think we just take this, and we'll get additional health, and a pretty sizable amount of weapon damage improvement there. So like we were saying, that's definitely Zaid's strength, is packing the weapon damage, and that's one of Miranda's few weaknesses, so in that way they make a nice well-rounded team. Then does Shepard have anything? No? Oh, is it just, okay, Miranda technically has 1 point remaining, but we can't actually do anything with that, so we're good here. Then when it comes to weapons, let's just double check. For us, Locust, definitely. Carnifex, definitely. And get the plasma shotgun, definitely. In terms of the heavy weapon, now that's an interesting question. Of course, oftentimes, whenever we find ourselves at a weapon locker, we'll have the option to switch over to a different heavy weapon. But at least for this one, I think it might be best for us to stick with the Avalanche. I'm not the biggest fan of it. In theory, it is fantastic, but just in my brief experience using it thus far, of course, we have had a few issues in the past of it not seemingly working quite as well as advertised, but we'll see if we can get it to work this time. Locust, Carnifex, still good. SMG and Heavy Pistol for Miranda, like we were saying, may not be the best types of weapons, but at least having upgraded versions of both of those make them half decent. Then, I think we were saying this before, Vindicator versus Matic. Case can be made for either when it comes to squad mates using it, and I think we just settled on the Vindicator because why not? I think we'll stick with that because why not? Sizer is an upgraded Mantis, we'll stick with that, so this looks good.
Seal off those trace samples and get them back to the lab.
We got multiple shots fired. Yeah, techs are going over the place now.
Central, we got an open carrier on this end. Switching to a coded relay.
What's going on?
This area is sealed off. Please step back, sir.
Sealed off? Why?
Someone tried to kill your friend, Commander Shepard.
Oh,
Thank you, officer. Your people are dismissed.
hello.
You
Who are
can't
you?
do that.
Already done.
Oh, okay then. Yes, we're outta here,
Special
then.
Tactics and Recon.
Oh, that's
Spectre.
Spectre.
I heard your status was reinstated. Good. You're one of our most famous operatives. Might even get you to sign my chest plate. So, I assume you had business with your friend this evening, Commander.
Liara was following a lead on the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker. Dangerous enemy to have.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know anything about the details of the attack?
What are the facts so far?
About 25 minutes ago, someone took a shot at Tassoni. Note the bullet holes.
Yep.
She
Okay,
stuck around
noted.
for almost 4 minutes before leaving the building. Whatever she was doing was important.
Okay. That is a little bit odd. A little bit odd that, you know, she would get... or someone would attempt to assassinate her, and she'd just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. You know, I don't think it's too urgent, right? Okay, well then, obviously there's a police investigation here, and you seemingly just dismissed all of them. So, I mean, I know you're a Spectre and everything, but why?
Did the police find anything when they arrived?
Just the mess and the bullet holes. I gave them a gold star for finding the bullet holes.
Okay. Alright then, so, you're a sassy one, huh? I see how it is. Okay, in that case, let's see. As for Liara's current location, you said she did leave after that, presumably. It sounds like, well, obviously, they attempted to take her out, but it seems as though she did actually escape, nonetheless. So that's good.
If Liara isn't here, where is she?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be sifting through her crap. There's no blood, no body. It looks like Tassoni got away. The sniper didn't plan on her kinetic barrier. Clever girl. Paranoid, but clever.
Okay, that looks like everything we can check here. So let's carry on then, I suppose. I assume she'd leave something behind for us.
Liara was expecting me. She would have left a message here. Her office wasn't safe.
I'm not surprised. Ilium is just Omega with expensive shoes.
Okay.
I haven't found anything useful for tracking her down yet. You knew Tassoni better than I do. Where would she have hidden her backups?
Let me take a look around.
Okay, so let's take a look here. This is, of course, the beginning of Lair the Shadow Broker in full. So Liara Tassoni has been attacked at her apartment, possibly by agents of the Shadow Broker. She's missing and may need help. We have to investigate the scene to search for clues of what happened and where Liara has gone. Okay, so this is one of the cool things about Lair the Shadow Broker is, as we can see here, well, we've sort of turned into an investigator, you know? Gotta inspect the scene of the crime, see what happened around here. Well, I mean, meanwhile, our friends are apparently just gonna chill over there. But, let's see. Oh, shot. Impact? Where was that? Right here. Okay.
The rifle used to do that wasn't standard issue. The kinetic barrier deflected the shots, but they still managed to penetrate the glass.
Yeah, do people have bulletproof glass on the exterior of their apartments here on Ilium? Is that a thing? Because, I mean, obviously someone just shot right through it. Is that a precaution people feel like they usually have to make? Or is that just not really in the realm of what people are looking to do here? Let's see, we've got N7 armor.
It's part of my old armor.
Looks like someone didn't like you much either.
I mean... That's sarcasm, right? I mean, she kept her armor. Tone of voice did not suggest that that was sarcasm, much as it was trying to mock us. A degree certificate.
A doctorate from the University of Ceres, Avanthesia. She's getting good use out of all that education.
I suppose... Again, it's like, I can't tell where she's actually... Well, clearly she's...
We'll find her.
She's very sassy, this Televisir. Just a matter of, like, is she trying to mock us? Is she trying to mock Liara? What's your deal? What is your deal, exactly? Let's see, we've got a picture of the Normandy. Now, when'd you get up here?
The picture changed when you touched it. It must be keyed to your ID. What does it show now?
It's a Prothean dig site. Liara did leave a message.
There are a few Prothean-looking objects around the apartment. Let's see what we can find.
Okay. That gets us somewhere. So Liara Tassoni has been attacked at her apartment. Examine Prothean relics for a hidden clue from Liara. Well, there is a Prothean relic right here.
Those things must be worth a fortune.
Not really sure what those things are. Kinda just looks like we're staring at a couple of rocks here. But maybe that's just me. Anything else upstairs like this? I mean, this is a pretty nice apartment, right? A lot of space up here. Data pad we can... No? Oh, that's the picture we were looking at? Okay. Okay. Anything else we can examine in the area? We were kind of checking over here before, but... It's the armor. Let's see. Got Prothean relic there. Got... Anything else? Or is... Oh, one here too?
She was certainly into ugly.
I mean, that one looks quite similar to what we just saw upstairs, just slightly different rocks this time.
I'm glad I got here before those amateurs got their jam hands on everything.
I suppose?
I'm going to review the security logs again to see if I can learn anything else.
Okay. Sure.
Did you find something, or just looking for approval?
Mostly just looking to see if you happen to have anything else to say.
Have you ever wrestled a Baron for money?
Where did that come from? What? No? Have you?
Stay focused, Commander.
You're telling me? What about this Baron stuff? Alright, now she won't talk to us anymore. That one just totally came out of nowhere. Okay, then. In that case, looks like this is the last Prothean relic we have left to check. It does seem as though it's the biggest one of these strange, rocks. Oh,
Basir,
look at that.
I've got something here.
Look at that.
Backup disk. Let's try it on her terminal.
Okay.
It looks like she recorded a call.
What have you got for me, Sagat?
It was tricky, but you paid for the best. I can narrow it down to a cluster, maybe even a system.
How soon can you have it?
Shouldn't take long. Come to my office. Barrier Frontiers in the Dracon Trade Center. Gotta say though, Tassoni, you're making me a little nervous.
What was that side glance
How big is
Televisir
the
just gave
trouble
us?
that could come out of this?
Relax, Sagat. I'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah, okay. Presumably, she was heading over to see Sakat, but, given how someone just tried to assassinate her, seems as though something went wrong in between.
This must be important. The Shadow Broker's people already tried to kill her once.
I know where the Dracon Trade Center is. My car's outside.
Let's go.
So there's all of our investigative work, or at least the beginning of our investigative work, really. Commander Shepard, Private Eye.
The Barrier Frontiers offices are located on the 3rd floor. I don't hear police chatter. We must have missed the party.
Or not.
Liara's in there!
Or not.
This could be a problem.
Yeah, you don't say.
They just took out 3 floors to make sure she's dead. I'll grab this Sky car and seal off the building from the top.
I'll start down here and work my way up.
Just leave some for me.
Okay. So that happened. Alright, let's save. And, yeah, so things just took a bit of a dramatic turn, I suppose. The civilians out here?
What happened?
I'm asking you the same question. I'm asking you. You were here before we were, right?
Was it a bomb? What happened?
The answer?
The blast knocked me off my feet.
Doesn't really seem like it. Another person we could chat with? I don't really think so. Oh, is it for you?
Who are you? What's going on?
I don't know, but we're gonna check it out. I assume no map, of course, but if we look at our journal here, Lair has been attacked at her apartment, possibly by agents of the Shadow Broker. She's missing and may need help. We've entered, well, we're now looking to enter the Dracon Trade Center and look for Liara, but, yeah, you know, they may have just set up a whole series of explosions, so there's that. So, let's proceed with caution here. Signs of enemies? Not at the moment. There's an employee over there. Could examine. You'll take a look around, I suppose. Things, don't look very good. Elevator over there. I think before we go through that, let's see what else there is in the area. Like...
Serving industry for over 120 years, the Dracon Trade Center takes pride in being the home to Ilium's corporate elite.
Oh.
Thanks to us,
Sure.
like Solar Shipping,
That guy doesn't look like he's doing very well. Same with that person. Yeah, this place got hit pretty hard. Pretty hard. I thought we saw there was an employee here somewhere that we could speak to.
Barrier Frontier employee. Looks like he got caught in the explosion.
Looks like all of them did.
Any bets onto Sony's informant surviving that blast?
Yeah, okay. Well, we got some monies from that locker. Let's see, we have seemingly upstairs over here. We also have that elevator. I'm not really sure which way we should try going first. I suppose let's see what happens if we try the elevator. Not even sure if we'll be able to do it.
Vizier, the elevators are out and building security is down.
No alarms, no police. Very professional.
Peculiar. Peculiar. As she said, does seem as if there's not just any old person doing this. Definitely very well planned. Got med station here. We only have one medi-gel? Wow. Okay, what was the most recent mission we did? Was, oh, Horizon, of course. So, yeah, that, of course, got a little tricky at the end. So, we did end up spending a lot of medi-gel on that. Let's see. Stuff here? Question mark? That doesn't sound good.
Bombs, killing everyone.
Not sure who that was who said that, but Mercs, you say?
Casualty here. Looks like he's got bullet wounds. Watch yourself, Basir. They used military-grade hardware.
Bullet wounds? Guess this was more than just an explosion.
Yeah, I mean, Mercs would suggest that. Unless, you know, they're just referring to the people that set up the charges. I also think it's a little odd how Shepard just so happens to point out, like, one casualty. Like, oh, look, there's a casualty here. Never mind the 10 other dead bodies that we walked past on our way over. Alright, PDA with some monies. That's cool. You know, just raid the dead of their belongings. Or Metagel, I do think we need it still. What is our cap right now? It's, might be 4. Possibly even 5. ATM, where's that? Pack that. 4 for 4. I'm so bad at these. This. And that. Not so bad that time, though. Fortunately. Comparatively, quite easy. Ooh, power cells. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna be running around quite a bit in this area. How are we doing on... I don't remember what our max capacity is on the Avalanche. It might carry more than 24 by default. We might not be at cap. So, we're going to be running around a bit. We may actually want to save this for a future occasion. We may. I'm not, you know, if we're not at cap right now, then it doesn't matter. We can just load up on it anyway, but just in case. Oh, not gonna lie, at first, that grayed out text, I thought said activate. I was like, let's not do that. Let's please not do that. That seems like of all the things we could do, that seems like a bad idea. But, alright, maybe we save before we check this thing out.
Basir, I found a military-grade explosive device. It hasn't been armed.
Hasn't been armed, okay, that's good.
You use that kind of hardware when you don't have time to plan.
That's a weird kind of comment. I mean, you were just saying earlier, it seemed like it was a very professional, well-run operation because there was seemingly no security. And then here you're like, they didn't do a very good job planning. They should have done a better job. Like, what? You, trying to justify what they're doing here? Let's see, logbook. And is there, and the door as well. Is that it in this area? Let's check it out.
Basir, I'm at the Barrier Frontiers office. We are assigned in just a few minutes ago.
Understood, Commander.
Okay. Still getting journal updates here. Find a way upstairs and look for the Barrier Frontiers office. Okay, gotcha. Still relatively quiet so far, but given how we've heard not only of the explosions, but also the presence of apparently mercs, my guess is that might change soon. Let's also, I'm not sure if we made a point of doing this, but let's activate squad disruptor ammo, because we should do that on everyone's weapons, really.
Change weapon.
And even on our Carnifex. I know you think you've already done it, except you haven't. Okay, now let's actually put people on our preferred weapons. I don't know. Not entirely sure what our preference is going to be in terms of weapon setup here. Let's see. Look for Lair or her contact a Solarian named Sakat. Okay. Whoa! Hold on! Hello there, buddy!
Enemies in front!
Yeah, somebody just chucked a grenade at our face. It's a Shadow Broker agent. So, well, as we might have expected, Shadow Broker here, well, let's just say, may have a little bit of an army sending our way. Well armed indeed. Shadow Broker agent there we just saw does in fact throw what are, well, bit of a familiar set of skills at us. Flashbang grenades. As we just saw, they can sort of blind us a bit there and quite disorienting.
Say hello to the Shadow Broker's private army, Commander.
Excuse me? Excuse me, Telvis? What are you trying to say? That guy's almost dead. Excuse me? I'd like to finish him off real quick, thank you. So that's the deal with the agents. They have that, the flashbang grenade, which makes them a little bit tricky to deal. Wait, how'd you get over there? When did you do that?
Eyes up front.
Oh, there's more of them. There's several more of them, in fact. Alright, so the reason why we were making sure we had some anti-shield stuff is because, as we can see here, they definitely do have a fair bit of shields. Let's see, oh, we got... Is this one showing up so close to us? This one, and then there's apparently perhaps one that's further back. So, let's see. You have the most shields. Let's overload you. Zaid, if you could, like, actually take cover, that'd be lovely. Like there. Miranda, where are you stationed at the moment? You're kind of just, like, hiding back there. If you could move up basically right next to us, that'd be great. Let's see. Then, so yeah, here's another generic broker. I mean, Zaid, if you could just, like, knock one of these guys down, we'll try to shoot the other one in the face. Did I miss that? No, he's dead. We definitely did not miss that. If he's dead, we probably hit him to make him dead. One of the few times we used Shockwave. But hey, it worked. Okay, there's, in theory, still another enemy over there somewhere. Not entirely sure where or what type of enemy that person is. There you are. Okay, it's another agent. Let's overload you again. Oh, there's more. Several more. I would like to go back into cover. That sounds like they're charging up, perhaps, one of those flashbang grenades. You can see the white light coming from around them, or that white streak. Let's knock you down. Yeah, they tried to throw one at us. They kind of... Oh, they kind of sort of hit us. Okay, overload is almost back. Once it is, let's hit you. And we might want to try to save our shotgun ammo here, if we can. Some of those guys have dropped ammo for us, but this might be a little tricky at times from an ammo standpoint. Let's see. Yeah, that might even be the same enemy we saw back here before. Just hasn't moved out. Definitely did have more come out here when we started to advance, but let's see.
You got it.
That's one ammo off full. Feels like that's wasting a clip at this point if we pick this up. Oh, there you are. What type of enemy was it? Okay, oh, a heavy. That means they have missiles, for the record. That is a missile. Ow, that I just walked straight into. Let's just take a second here to get our shields back. I'm thinking we basically go where Miranda is and just ride this cover. Slide along here so we get the right angle on you. And then, problem is we, like, maybe Shockwave you out of this cover. In theory, that's what Shockwave is here for, although that didn't really hit the mark. Let's see. Try again. Otherwise, we could pull. Let's see. No, we're just hitting the wall. Can we still hit you in the face? We cannot with this, but I wonder if maybe the precision of the Carnifex will suffice. Definitely looks like that is hitting you, for what it's worth. There we go. Now you pop up. Okay. Now knock you down, and that'll take you out. Okay. Much better. Now, wherever that extra ammo was that we were saying we didn't want to pick up just yet, probably a little bit better to do that now. Okay, so before we press on, let's see if there's anything else in this area. Loot-wise, we want to make sure we pick up. This is the area that you were in. There is a little more ammo in here for whatever that's worth. Okay, not seeing any enemies here. We got the crackles of the electricity wires here. Not seeing anything in here at the moment. Alright, is this room even... Oh, this room is accessible. Hold on. Oh, yep, there was something here, but there's also a Vanguard. We haven't seen too many Vanguard enemies. Of course, we ourselves are Vanguard. But barriers... Warp is the answer against those. So Vanguard's problem with them is, much like in the case for us, they are dangerous at close range. We'll be rocking shotguns. Oh, and our warp missed. That's not good. Let's see. We can try flashbang grenading you. Not sure how effective that's really going to be. But we are in terrible cover right now for this. We might want to fall back to where we were before. And that's not actually in cover. That's in front of cover. But we'll see if we can bring them back here, where we have better place to stand our ground. Yeah, I think so. All right, that's the Vanguard. Brandon, if you could just, like, casually warp that person. Shepard, take cover. I swear, press the cover button. Okay. Zaid, it's not really what I had in mind. Is that technically still behind this thing, or is there a gap there? I can't tell where it's so dark, but... Okay, the Vanguard is almost down. We could concussive shot you. Oh, no, you technically had enough cover there from that angle. Miranda, please don't get killed as you're doing that. See, I just want to get rid of the Vanguard before she tries to rush us down. Fortunately, she's not really advancing. That definitely helps. Are we still in the Carnifex? We are. Maybe not a terrible thing, actually. And that's the sound of the flashbang grenade. Did they... Can't tell where they threw it. There might be a flashbang grenade right on top of us right now. Let's concussive shot you to knock you out. Let's warp you. There it is. It hit Miranda. Okay. Miranda, if you could like actually take cover though, that'd be great. Like preferably in between those 2 points would be the better place. Okay, Vanguard's down. This guy, what? Oh, they knocked you down with concussive shot, and with 1 AP, figured that'd be enough. Apparently not. Okay. At least as of right now, appears as though those were the last of the enemies. So we tried going into this room to see if there's anything of interest, because there is a terminal here. But, okay, we get some coins out of that, some credits.